Okay, here's another one that shows you why women are just getting worse and worse. They are they are doomed. So this is a clip. It's about a 5 minute clip. So I'm not gonna play it once over and then react to it. I'm going to react to it while we watch. So please excuse me for that. That's what I'm gonna do because it's a bit of a longer clip. So let's get it started. And this is another reaction. I hope you guys saw the live stream I did a little while ago, where I just showed a whole bunch of angry women after the whole Trump victory. Here's another. And in subsequent days, subsequent live streams, I'm going to probably do more of those because those are funny clips. These women are insane. These women are just so off the wall insane. So we'll be doing plenty of those clips. So this is another one. Let's check it out.
Welcome to the Resistance. Let's get started, shall we? So I grew up with Project 2025, Trump's plan. I lived in the perfect Christian.
It is not Trump's plan. You already know how the basis of her stupidity. You already understand the basis of her stupidity. 2025, that whatever plan, I didn't even read it, okay? It is not Trump's plan. He has vehemently, consistently denounced it. It is not his plan. So stop it. Supposedly, some of his donors, right, included it. Whiskey, mad respect. I mean, Trump, I think Trump is gonna, hopefully, with the shit he's saying, hopefully he's gonna change, the U.S. for good. He's gonna improve the U.S. But that is not his plan. So you already know the basis of her stupidity.
Fundamentalist Mecca world. I survived, I got out. I'm going to tell you how to survive these next 4 years. Le Resistance. First, my video yesterday, I'm just going to run through in case you didn't see it. Make sure you have a birth control plan. Make sure you either have plan B and IUD because it is quite possible that they are not going to allow hormonal birth control. Be prepared for that. Second,
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of anyone talk about hormonal birth control or taking away any women's birth control methods. And this is the thing, abortion is not a birth control method. That is not a birth control method. Stop it. That is idiocy. Okay? So really, no, not a single right. And abortion is not a right of women. But not a single whatever is being taken away from the people. Whatever right you think you have, it's not being taken away from you.
passports. Make sure right now, today, you are going to order a passport if you do not have one. If shit hits the fan, we want to be prepared. I'm not saying it will hit the fan, but we want to be fucking prepared. So.
Oh, and Nicholas, he does seem like he's changing a lot. The things that I'm hearing, like other world leaders, they are like kowtowing, they are bending, they are, they're doing a lot. And then all of his plans, I think there's gonna be big changes.
Get a passport. Make sure on that note that you have 2 IDs verification with matching last names. So for my married ladies who switch their last names, they are going to make it much, much, much harder for women to vote. And one of the ways they're going to do that is saying that you have to have 2 IDs with matching names. And if they're not identical, you cannot vote. And so if you have your maiden name on one, like your birth certificate, and then you're going by another name, that's not gonna work. So
what? No talk about making it hard to vote. The same way you've been voting will be before the election is going to be the same way after it. Hard to vote? It's like, where are you getting this thing?
You need to have 2. For me, I'm getting my passport and I'm changing it to the last name I have now, and that matches my driver's license. So that's 2 forms of ID. That act, we'll learn more in the specifics of what's going to happen with that, and I'll let you know when I know if it's going to go through. Also, divorce. If you have been on the fence in any capacity of divorcing your husband. You're going to do it because after January 20th or whatever, he's going to want to outlaw no-fault divorce. And so
So, God. So you're telling, oh, if you want to divorce now. I've been seeing that more and more, right? By these insane women. If you want to divorce right now. Right? Because Trump is going to change no-fault divorce. First, I hope he does. Because here's the thing. Here's my own. Yo, Just, what's up, bro? Thank you for stopping by. Here's the thing where I've heard. I have no real study, but what I've gleaned is that the majority reasonings for divorce is not finances, it's not infidelity, it is no faults. What is it? Irrevocable differences. So that's very vague because that's what women want. Why do women say that? Why do women go for that? Like, the irrevocable difference. Because in my opinion, most women that divorce their husbands, it's not because he cheated on her, and it's not necessarily because of finances. It is because she is bored. It is because she is bored with him. She thinks she's better than him. She thinks she wants out of this marriage, that she can find better, or she doesn't need him, or she's fallen out of love with him. Very superficial shit. Yo, Whiskey, bro, you're insane. Women do like the alimony because they are strong, independent. This is the thing. Some of the richest women in the world, they got their wealth through divorce. That's the insanity of it. Okay? And like I said, why do the women want they're fearing, or these liberal women, these feminists fearing getting rid of no-fault divorce? Because now they can't leave their husband on such superficial reasonings. Like, oh, I don't love him anymore. Like, like I'm bored of him. Yeah, no duh. You should have never been able to do that. You shouldn't ever be able to leave the man you committed to just because you fell out of love with him. Just because you're bored of him. I hope to God that Trump will make it a thing that get rid of no-fault divorces.
you need to get divorced now, ladies, if there's any doubt in your mind. If you're in the LGBTQ plus community.
Doubt? How about change that doubt? Fix it. Talk it out. Not just get divorced.
You are going to get yourself to a blue state that will vow to protect you. New Jersey has already said that they are going to protect trans and gay rights. They did almost turn red. Maryland is going to protect. California is going to protect. Get to some states where you are going to be protected. And now, how are we going to fight this motherfucker? Lots of ways. A lot of people are talking about the parallel.
Here's the thing. Would I complain if, let's say, all the alphabet people, all the feminist women, all the insane women, all the feminist men move to states like California, move to states like New Jersey? Would I complain? No, I wouldn't. I hope they do. Because here's the thing, where although PA, which I live in PA, is technically a Democrat city, they voted red. PA voted red, okay? So, I hope that these people, the left, all the people of the left, sees that, and you know what? Leave to states like California. Because California, although it's California, New York is a very rich state. They're going down. That state is becoming more and more like a garbage. Okay? Yes, they are rich states because they have rich people in it, but they are going down. More more trash, more violence, more just things are just getting worse as those states, go on. So, I hope all the liberals will move into those states. I really do.
Between the US now and Germany then, and I see those parallels. What historians have said is that one of the reasons that Mustache Dude could do what he did was that people stayed silent. People hid, people were scared.
Is she comparing Trump to Hitler? This is the absolute audacity to compare a man that's never. It's like that. No matter all the shitty things that you think about Trump, to compare him to a actual dictator, actual committer of mass murder, is insane.
And so I need us to be brave, to be bold, to be big, to embrace what all of the women before us have gone through to get us all the rights that we have now, to put on our bootstraps and let's go. So what we're going to do, we're going to join lobbies. Yesterday I joined a lobbyist group. It is for women and especially for helping women of color and for combating violence of women, and it also has to help with immigration. What these lobby groups do, it's not hard. You can donate literally $35 for the year or even nothing. They're going to tell you bills that are coming into Congress so that we're aware, and they're going to tell you if those bills are for women, for against women, and they're going to say, call your representatives, call your senators, tell them you want this bill passed. If you are staying in a red state because you have to, custody or whatever, you especially need to be in these lobbyist groups because your red Republican representatives and senators, those are the ones that we need to go with the Democrats on policies and bills that are going to come through Congress. This is what we have to do. So you have sway, because the only thing that these politicians want is power, and if they are hearing the majority of women in their state saying, I will not vote for you if you do not vote yes on this bill, that is going to scare them. They want to be in power, and that is the advantage that we have, and we are going to milk it for all it's worth.
It's not worth much. It's not worth much. Here's the thing. What I love about this past election, okay? What I love about this past election, it has shown that although these crazy women do have a voice, they don't have the voice of the majority. What the past election have shown, Trump has won the House, the Senate, the popular vote, and the electoral vote. Clean sweep. And he didn't win it by a small margin. He won it by a decent one. So, what that tells you, okay, is that the majority of people support Trump and his views. So, she can join all these, whatever groups she wants to join because it's her right to do. It don't mean that they have a voice that should be or needs to be heard. Because honestly, you don't count for much. You don't count for much.
We're going to volunteer at places specifically that help immigrants and undocumented people. We are going to volunteer and use our time. And if you are a white woman, we are going to use our privilege to protect people of color and undocumented workers. That is what we are going to do with our privilege. We are not going to hide. We are going to be brave and be bold and speak up. We're going to build community. So make sure you are building community, especially with people of color and with undocumented people, so that way we can have a safety net for each other. And most of all, what we are going to do is not fucking.
I think white liberal women are the most entitled women around. They are the most entitled women around. White, liberal, democratic, leftist women are the most entitled women around. They're so deluded. It is just absolutely insane. I think they are the definition of narcissists.
Stay silent.
Yes, I secretly I think they're the most racist because honestly, they think that they have more privilege. They believe they constantly push out this narrative. They have more privilege than other groups. They are better privileged than the blacks, than the Asians, the Mexicans, whatever. They are more privileged. What the hell is like? Who gives a shit that you're white? What is that gonna do? What is that doing? It's like, but they believe it. These women constantly push the narrative of race. Everything's about race. Everything's about gender. Everything's about sexuality. So you are the ones who pushing it. You are the one who makes it an issue. Yo, Whiskey, thank you again. This chick is very naive. Very rich and justified. I mean, she but that's the thing. Honestly, she is naive, entitled, sheltered, okay? Most likely a well-to-do middle-class family. That's the problem. Middle-class families are raising these sheltered, heavily entitled white women, liberal white women. They think that they know the world. Yeah, okay. You're so smart. You're so. They think they're God's gift to the earth.
We are going to be brave. We are going to be bold. We are going to take our fucking country back, and we are going to do it just as.
How? You are the minority. You lost. How you would take. This is the thing. How will you take the country back when you are the minority? You are very few people. The majority of the U.S. supported Trump. Majority. Take back.
The millions and millions of women have done it before. And we are going to do it for our daughters, and we are going to do it for the country.
I swear to God, I hope this woman doesn't have kids. I hope it's like the delusion. But you know what? There probably will be a feminist man that will wipe this insane woman up. Great. And that is why I'm a big supporter of the 4B movement, because I hope that women like this will swear off men for the rest of their life. I hope so. I really do. Because these women do not need to reproduce. So, yeah, these insane ass women. What do you guys think? I thought this was an interesting clip because, like I said, we will have plenty of clips like this down the road because women, that whole Trump victory has made these women so insane. So insane. So we will have plenty to react to. Okay? So what do you guys think about that one?